This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News.
Good evening. This is the World News on your premium talk radio. Today, 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. I'm Queen Chima. The headlines. YEG Nigeria says Ogoni people not ready for oil exploration resumption. Navy destroys illegal petroleum dump in Bonny local government. FAN urges Nigerians to report airport issues to right agency on the foreign scene. President Zelensky vows to continue fighting as Ukraine marks Independence Day. Now the detail. The Executive Director of the Youth and Environmental Advocacy Center, YEG Nigeria, Fine Face Dumnemini, has declared that the Ogoni people are not prepared for the resumption of oil exploration in the area. Speaking in an interview with Today FM's Ifunanyo Bemendukwe, Fine Face noted that oil exploration in Ogoni land was suspended 32 years ago following the federal government's failure to address the people's demands, which is contained in the Ogoni Bill of Rights submitted to the federal government in 1990. Dumnamina outlined three major issues captured in the Ogoni Bill of Rights, including environmental degradation, political marginalization, and economic strangulation of Ogoni land, stating that these issues have yet to be addressed.
The reason why Ogoni is not ready and prepared to host any oil company now is because several things that the Ogoni people demanded for have not been addressed. The Ogoni Bill of Rights talks about three key things that needs to be done and achieved before we can open the doors for oil extraction to commence again. The very first one is environmental degradation. Cleanup is still ongoing. It has not been achieved even 25%. And you are talking about resumption of oil. You want to introduce new pollution to what we already have on the ground. Another part of it is political marginalization. We still have in River to the where Ogoni is second major ethnic group. And Ogoni has not been governor, and Ogoni has not been speaker, and Ogoni has not been deputy governor, and Ogoni has not been chief judge of River State. So a lot of political positions are not still being given to the Ogoni people. They are not being considered. If you look at Ogoni land, nothing is happening there. No industries.
Dumnamini also criticized the Oil Resumption Committee set up to engage with the Ogoni people, stating that it failed to conduct a validation workshop. The Executive Director, YEG Nigeria, maintained that the submissions presented to the federal government do not reflect the collective interest of the Ogoni people.
Recently, they set up the Oil Resumption Committee that was liaising with the people. But after different people submitted memoranda to them, and they put everything together, they didn't do a validation workshop that present whatever they have collated to the people to look at what they want to present to the federal government of Nigeria. So whatever they presented to the federal government of Nigeria does not represent the collective interest of the people. It only represented the interest of individuals that have submitted those things. The collective interest of the people would have been achieved when we have a validation workshop where everything has been presented and what they want to submit to government will be presented to the people to make input, and it will be known to the people. But the document that they have now is a secret document that the leaders of Ogoni who want this oil production to happen in their lifetime have put in their own opinion and submitted to the government on behalf of the people.
The Nigerian Navy has neutralized an illegal petroleum products dump in Bonny local government area of River State. In a statement, the operations officer of the forward operating base in Bonny, Lieutenant Commander Sirajo Al-Mustafa, disclosed that troops confiscated 105,450 litres of automotive gas oil, several illegal bunkering equipment, and substances suspected to be marijuana. Lieutenant Commander Al-Mustafa further revealed that 8 persons suspected to be involved in the illegal activities were arrested. According to the statement, the seized equipment has been handed over to the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, while the suspected marijuana was transferred to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency in Bonny. Al-Mustafa explained that the operation was in line with the mandate of the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, which focuses on combating crude oil theft, illegal bunkering and kidnapping within the FOB Bonny area of operation. The Navy also reminded the public that illegal dealing in petroleum products violates the provisions of the Petroleum Act, Cap P10 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, which prescribes a penalty of up to 2 years imprisonment. The statement furthermore stated that individuals involved in conspiracy to engage in illegal bunkering risk prosecution under the Miscellaneous Offences Act, with penalties including imprisonment of up to 5 years or fines of up to 20 million naira. The persistence of gender-based violence, particularly harmful traditional practices such as female genital mutilation, commonly referred to as female circumcision, continues to be championed in some communities by older men, including individuals with formal education. This was disclosed by the traditional ruler of Aminikboko community in Abua, Odua local government area of River State. Chief Idiowa Agbala are speaking on the sidelines of the gender-based violence project inception meeting and the inauguration of the project steering committee organized by the Medical Women's Association of Nigeria, M1, River State chapter. Speaking in an interview with Today FM's Ifunanya Obemendukwe, Chief Abala explained that the persistence of these practices is not primarily linked to lack of education, but rather to deeply rooted religious and cultural beliefs. He revealed that even highly educated members of the communities continue to support and uphold such harmful practices. The monarch emphasized that abolishing these practices requires the collective will of the people, saying the decision to end such traditions must begin with the communities themselves, as sustained advocacy and insistence on change can eventually lead to their eradication.
The oldest men are the one in charge of his life. When they were about to plan all those pictures in going to shrine, I refused. But when they saw my star, they all backed me. Just like I said, if you start from somewhere, if they've seen a minute of the other communities will follow. Then let us go. So if I can succeed that way, I think it's possible. If you educated PhD holder, they are the ones fronting this thing. It's not about education. Like I said, knowledge and education are two different things. I will take this message to them so that we all partner and make sure we reduce this practice. My message to Lagos State government is whenever you started this fight and when you report to them, they should quickly come in so that they will have the party.
A research study conducted by M1 highlights the continued prevalence of harmful traditional practices in parts of River State, including female genital mutilation, forcing widows to drink the water used to bathe their deceased husbands, and the ironing of young girls' breasts, among others. Meanwhile, the coordinator of the River State Response Team on Violence Against Women and Children, Tombari Dumka Kote, has emphasized the need for communities to abolish harmful traditional practices. Dumka Kote was speaking on the prevalence of female genital mutilation, FGM, also referred to as female circumcision, in Abodua local government area of River State, following from a research study on gender-based violence conducted by the Medical Women's Association of Nigeria, M1, River State chapter. Addressing newsmen on the sidelines of the gender-based violence project inception meeting and the inauguration of the project steering committee organized by M1 Domka Kote noted that women who have undergone circumcision are increasingly facing rejection even from men within their communities. He stressed that female genital mutilation is a practice that must be abolished and urged the government, civil society and all stakeholders to collaborate in addressing the rising incidence of gender-based violence in River State.
Because of the prevalence of harmful traditional practice in Abua, in fact, we have now said the 23 local government areas of River State. But in that of Abua, female genital mutilation has been a very disturbing one because even of recent, a state technical committee was inaugurated, of which I'm a member, to see what we can do concerning the elimination of female genital mutilation in Abua. Communities should abolish harmful practices. There are practices that were there before now that have been abolished. So issues like female genital mutilation could also be abolished for better practices. Some women are caught, they bled to death. Some others are stitched, they cannot give birth, they cannot have intercourse with their partner. But some of them, in the same community where they were caught, are being rejected by the men.
The Umwekune family of Umakuru town in Igbo Kingdom, Iche local government area of River State, has criticized operatives of the River State Police Command over the continued detention of their son, Chijoke Onyegorum, in connection with an alleged murder case. Reacting to claims by some members of the family, the paramount ruler of Umuakoro town, Eze Innocent Wonsu, dissociated Apostle Eugene Ogo from allegations of land grabbing and murder in Umuikuni, urging the public to disregard what he described as false accusations against the cleric. As they also clarified that the renowned clergyman had genuinely purchased land from their family with all documents duly signed, and that the proceeds of the transaction were shared among family members, including two sisters who allegedly later conspired with suspected land grabbers to reclaim the land. The monarch threatened legal action against those spreading the false information and the channels used to circulate it, just as he clarified that his family had no involvement in Chokota community, where the killing allegedly occurred.
We have a land issue with our married sisters who married for years back. They are members of our family, but married outside. December 2024, 17th December, when they came with their thugs and the police of River State here to demolish our buildings. So we were chased out from the community. Since that time, we have never come back to that community again till today. Well, I'm surprised that they accuse Chijoke Onyegorum, even when they have arrested him. Chijoke Onyegorum was among the people, their houses were bulldozed and have no place to find in Omakre anymore. Everybody ran away. It's more than 1 month now they have arrested Chijoke Onyegorum. What is stopping them charging him to court? So for Apostle Eugene Ogu, which they mentioned, he's a genuine man who came genuinely to our land, bought his property genuinely.
Eze also accused two of their family sisters married out of the community of conspiring with suspected land grabbers in the company of police operatives, destroying family property and forcefully evicting them from the community.
Our problem in Omakro is our land and our houses that has been demolished, and this matter has been reported to Inspector General of Police, who has already made a comment on that. These people have been refusing invitation from the office of Inspector General of Police. They have been running. Police is looking for them for those demolitions.
On his part, the oldest man in the Umuiken family, Emmanuel Wanko, condemned the continuous detention of Onyegorum nearly a month after his arrest, describing it as an illegal breach of his fundamental rights.
We are not aware of what she said. We were driven away from our community after demolishing our properties, our houses, and all our belongings, and all of us were chased out, even including Chijoke Onyegorum, who is now in police custody. All of us went out from that Oma community to different destinations up till now. So I am surprised to hear that after 3 weeks or 2 weeks that we have been chased out from the community, that Chijoke Onyegorum and his gang killed Sopriche Pele and the other members of all and their groups in the bush. Whatever that happens in the bush, we don't know. I'm trying to appeal to the Commissioner of Police and the Nigerian police in general that they should desist land grabbers from Igbo community so that Igbo will have a rest in their community. So we are suffering from land grabbers.
The management of Delta Technologies and Property Limited has alerted the public that some unknown individuals are attempting to defraud unsuspecting persons of their hard-earned money by falsely claiming to represent the company land sales. The company advised members of the public who are interested in doing business with Delta Technologies and Property Limited to only visit its office located at Eze SK Nyigwa Plaza, opposite Road 2 Pipeline by Dilent Hotels, Rumaolu. Speaking to newsmen in Port Harcourt, the head of the legal department, Christopher Emeka Odo, emphasized that Delta Technologies and Property Limited is a duly registered company engaged in real estate and property development. Emeka Odo warned that anyone caught attempting to defraud the public under the guise of representing the company will face the full weight of the law.
Delta Technologies and Properties Limited is into buying and selling of properties, estate management, and before the company do buy, they conduct a due diligence in the search for the genuinity of the properties they intend to buy and they intend to sell to the general public. But recently, it has come to the notice of the company that some persons unknown to the company are employing some fraudulent means to undo the company. We therefore give the general public the notice to come to the office, conduct a search concerning a prospective property they intend to buy from the company in our office, located and situated at opposite Road 2 Pipeline, Rumaholo, in the local government area, River State, Nigeria.
Emeka Odo also reaffirmed the company's commitment to serving the public through genuine land acquisition processes. He disclosed that due to increasing patronage, the company has expanded its operations with new offices established in Apo, Abuja, and Yola, Adamawa State. You're listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. After the break, more news, foreign and sports stories. Do stay with us.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today 95.1 FM.
Thank you so much for staying with us. Now the rest of our stories. The Port Harcourt City local government candidate for the Action Democratic Party ADP for the forthcoming local government election in River State, Ouru Nyechi Kenneth, has pledged to prioritize the city's cleanliness, beautification and the restoration of its guarding city reputation. Kenneth, who made this known during a rally of the party in Farga alongside party leadership, and members also promised to promote job creation and human capital development if elected as mayor. He further urged residents to vote for the ADP, stressing that the party represents genuine change across all sectors of the local government.
Okay, we have a rally today for my party. I'm contesting for the local government chairman of Port Harcourt. We are prepared. You can see, to everybody, they are saying this election to be a selection, but I think I want the people of Port Harcourt to select who they want, and I believe I am the right person for the work. Yeah, with what I'm saying, it will be peaceful. Only that I think the awareness or the time frame, I don't think people are aware of it, but I think it will be peaceful. For that, I don't think I have power to control that, but I believe they should do the right thing.
Also speaking, the ADP chairman in River State, Kendrick Christian, expressed confidence in the party's chances of victory while cautioning the River State Independent Electoral Commission RISEC against rigging the process. Christian, while describing Rivers people as cultured and peace-loving, warned that they would not be pleased if the electoral process was hijacked.
If you're in Farga, you don't know Papa Wodo, don't know the ADP, that means you're not in Farga. So that speaks volume of how prepared we are for the election. We're ready to test our popularity, and we know that we'll win. Best way you can take us out of the election is to rig us. And if you rig us, the people will not be happy with you. So RISEC should be aware. Every other person, stakeholders who's concerned should be aware. We're out here to win. We're not here to joke. We came to the pool with open mind. When the people love you, you're not concerned about those things. The person in question, Kenneth, is a loved person already. This is his city, this is his community. We moved around. I'm sure you saw fathers, mothers, everybody coming out of their house. So we're not concerned about that. I just told you clearly that if you don't see us on the victory day, know that we've been robbed, and we're not going to take it lightly. We'll take it to any length.
On his part, the publicity secretary of the party, Goodluck Chizunum Azunwina, called on Rivers people to reject the ideology of a selection process, emphasizing that full participation in the elections will change the narrative.
People like us, the ADP, we are validating the democracy in this whole election. If we do not participate in the election, there wouldn't be a democratic election. So we're here to give people an alternative, to tell you we have a young candidate. He's young, he's vibrant, he's not been in the political scene. A lot of times people tell you, you need experienced politicians, but I think we don't need experienced politicians anymore. We've had enough of them. And what experience have we gotten from experienced politicians? We actually need people that have excelled in the private sector, and he has excelled in the private sector. And we need a proper administrator. When you do private business properly, you can actually do public business properly. We can trust you with something. But we are filled with politicians that have not done anything apart from politics, and that's why the government is as it is today. So we're trying to give them an option.
Today FM Sandra Kenneth reports that the running mate of the Farga candidate, Biambo Ibigo Gloria, appealed to women to show their full support, assuring that the ADP will address their concerns and aspirations if elected. The Rumoliti family of Rumaolo Town in Napot Kingdom, Obiakpo local government area of River State, has congratulated their illustrious son and legal icon Okewalia, a senior advocate in Nigeria, on his appointment as chairman of the governing council of River State University by the sole administrator, retired Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas. In a statement signed by the head of the family, Chief Gregory Nwaru Izoliti, the family described the appointment as a well-deserved recognition of Wali's consistent contributions to the development of River State in particular, and Nigeria at large. The family expressed confidence that given his wealth of experience, Wali will bring about remarkable progress and transformation in the institution within a short time. They also prayed for God's continued guidance, strength and wisdom for him as he takes on the challenges of the office. The Rumoliti family extended appreciation to the sole administrator of River State, Ibas, for playing a pivotal role in making the appointment a reality. They equally congratulated the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, praising him for the tremendous infrastructural transformation in Abuja and prayed for God's continued blessings and upliftment upon him. Well, the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAN, has urged air travelers to check which airport agency and stakeholders are responsible for any issues before reporting such problems. In an advisory graphic by the Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection, Obiagili Ora, and posted on the authority's social media channels, FAN said knowing the agencies will speed up solutions and improve service. It further reminded the public that while the authority builds and maintains airport infrastructure and manages safety and security, airports operate through a team of agencies and private partners. Well, on the foreign scene, President Volodymyr Zelensky says Ukraine would continue to fight for its freedom while its calls for peace are not heard. Zelensky made the statement in a defiant address to the nation on its Independence Day. Zelensky's remarks came after Moscow said Ukraine had attacked Russian power and energy facilities overnight, blaming drone attacks for a fire to a nuclear power plant in its western Kursk region. The plant's press service said on messaging app Telegram that there were no injuries and the fire was quickly extinguished. It said the attack had damaged a transformer, but radiation levels were within the normal range. The United Nations International Atomic Energy Agency has repeatedly called on both Russia and Ukraine to show maximum restraint around nuclear facilities in the war. Independence Day celebrations were held in Kiev as the country marked its declaration of independence from the Soviet Union in 1991. To end the news, here is a summary of the major stories. Nigeria has declared that Ogoni people are not ready for oil exploration resumption. The Nigerian Navy has destroyed illegal petroleum dump in Bonny local government. You heard that FAN has urged Nigerians to report airport issues to the right agency. And on the foreign scene, we told you that President Volodymyr Zelensky has vowed to continue fighting as Ukraine marks its Independence Day. That was the news edited by Funanyo Bemendokwe. For comments and inquiries, please call 0818 389-2850. Send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. You can also read our stories on www.todayfmlive.com. My name is Queen Chima. Thank you so much for listening. Good evening.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
You may not realize it, but do you know you can always show your love for others with simple gestures? Here are some of them. Always look for the good in people. There are two sides to every story. We have our good and bad sides. So, look for the good in people. Focus on people's potential. Everyone has potential. So, rather than put them down, help them realize it. Choose to love. If you're given an option between giving love and receiving love, choose giving because that is a more practical choice. Treat everyone as equals. This means letting go of all the prejudice and partiality. See people for who they really are, not their jobs, not their apparels or bank accounts. If everyone does this, then the world will be a better place. Love yourself. You cannot give what you don't have. So, before you try to love other people, love yourself first. Forgive. We all make mistakes. So, whether it's a family or a stranger, the best way of showing love is forgiveness. Everyone deserves a second chance. Show compassion. Care for other people. Care for what they are going through. Do what you can to help. Give back to the community. Remember that a single drop of water can cause countless ripples. That donation, no matter how small, can inspire others to do the same. Smile, even to strangers. Remember that you're never fully dressed without a smile. So, do not underestimate the power of a smile. Not only does it lighten up your face, it will also brighten up another person's day. Be the spark of positivity you want to see. When you smile, the whole world smiles with you. This message is brought to you by Today95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
I know sometimes it be like say, nobody sent you, that's when I did for you, my friend.
No vex for me. Say I never call you since, but I hope that you are well. I hope your market sell. Every day I dey pray for you. Make you Baba, God bless you. I never forget you. I gon' forget you. See my shoulder, make you rest upon me. You know I got you. Now me be your friend indeed. My money don't show. Some for you, you know go so far. Cause anything I get now for me and you, yeah. How are you, my friend? How do you do, my friend? I know sometimes it feel like say nobody sent you. That's what I did for you, my friend. Oh, Remy, you always stay in my mind. My D me gone. I cherish you with my life. Don't worry yourself, oh. Everything go day alright. And if anybody try you, know it's gonna be on sight. See my shoulder, make you rest upon me. You know I got you. And me be your friend indeed. Oh, money don't show now. I don't keep some for you. No go so far, cause anything I get now for me and you, yeah. How are you, my friend? I see you, my brother. How do you do, my friend? I see you, my sister. Though sometimes it be like say nobody sent you. That's what I did for you, my friend. So long. How are you, my friend? How do you do, my friend? I know sometimes it be like say nobody sent you. That's what I did for you, my friend. I know sometimes it be like say nobody sent you. That's what I did for you, my friend. I know that I don't call enough, but you're always on my mind. Oh, I did for you, my friend. I know that I don't text enough, but you're always on my mind. Ladies and gentlemen, you call me road boy. Baby, can I give you my wishes? Can I give her my kisses to you? Cause she be my wish list. Oh, promise me that you are mine. Can I tap light from your light? I go make sure that you are fine. Gucci, Prada, and Dior. They don't die. Girl, you they blow my mind. I'm holding you for life. Anything money can buy. So baby, just decide. Girl, I know men ask come, but baby, can I try? Loving and money combine. You be my medicine. Only you are your body. If you love, we get money inside. Loving you till the morning. However you need, get call me. Relax the handy cuddling. Only you are your body. However you need, get call me. Loving you till the morning. As I don't blow. So many girls, man, they see these days. I place no one above ya. If
if I ever Jones gonna give me space. That kind thing fit to kill man. I no go use to catch cruise. I no go play you for fool. Yeah. Wherever you need me, however you need me, whenever you need me. Yeah, you they blow my mind. I'm holding you for life. Anything money can buy. So baby, just decide. Girl, I know men ask us, but baby, can I try? Loving and money combine. You be my medicine. Only you are your body. If you love, we get money. Love you till the morning. However you need, get come. Relax the handicap. Only you are your body. However you need, get come. Love you till the morning. Ladies and gentlemen, God boy. She got beats on this one.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Hi, I'm Myra Anubi, and welcome to People Fixing the World from the BBC World Service, where we hear about new ideas that are improving people's lives. People Fixing the World will be back soon, but until then, we are bringing you a special episode. In A Washing Machine Solution, we hear about the device designed to help billions of people who still hand wash clothes.
When I was a child, I had to wash my clothes by hand. It was a part of our daily life at boarding school in Nigeria. This wasn't all that long ago, and in some parts of the world, some people might be forgiven for thinking that everyone has an electric machine by now. After all, they've been around for over 100 years. But in fact, according to the World Health Organization, over 60% of the world's population, that's around 5 billion people, still wash their clothes by hand. I'm Nkem Ifejika. I'm a journalist and broadcaster. And in a washing machine solution from the BBC World Service, I'm going to be finding out about a British engineer who's made it his mission to solve the problem of washing by hand, an idea born when he was working in India and saw his neighbour Divya laboriously washing clothes by hand.
I have conversations with her all the time about why does she wash clothes like this? I'll buy you an electric washing machine. And she says to me, Nav, I don't have a generator. There's frequent blackouts. I wouldn't be able to power this electric washing machine. Your electric washing machine wouldn't have any effect on my life.
That was the moment that the inventor Navjot Sawhney decided to create a hand-crank flat-pack washing machine for people like his neighbour Divya. He named it after her. So from the promise he made to setting up his own company and to the reality of working with the company which invented the first domestic machine, can Nav achieve his vision? First stop, the city of Bristol in the southwest of England. It's a lovely spring afternoon in Bristol. We're going to walk up to where the washing machine project is based. Hello, guys. Hey, Nav. Good to see you in your home turf. This is where the magic happens.
The Dream Factory. Yeah.
Sweet.
As you can see all around you, there's lots and lots of inspiration on the walls.
Yeah.
You can see that's a picture of Divya.
Oh, yeah, there's Divya. Oh, sweet. Divya, the inspiration.
Yeah.
India 2017. I've come to see how Nav's company, the Washing Machine Project, started and to meet the man behind it. And then I can see as well that you've got pictures from lots of the places that you've been to research the idea, right? Because that's Mexico 2022 with people hand washing on some giant rocks by a stream. This is where Nav and his team are refining and expanding their production of their hand crank machines.
It's the space where we innovate all of our ideas. There's so many sentiments in this space. We've got so many different stories of things going on here. So I can't wait to show you.
Nav was born in the UK to immigrant parents from Punjab. Even as a small boy, anything technical fascinated him.
My father was an aerospace engineer, and when we were very young, he used to take me to these air shows. And I was fascinated with how these big aircrafts would go into the sky, be inspired, and I'd come back home. I would take the toolbox out of the cupboard and just break everything in sight and take apart things, see how things work.
But everything changed for him when he was only 8 years old. His father died, leaving his mum to bring up Nav and his 2 sisters alone.
I got a real appreciation of how women have to navigate lives in general, and so I saw that firsthand in my own family, and this theme of women empowerment and championing women wherever I go has always followed me throughout my life. So, these 3 themes have always been very prominent, the displacement, engineering and women empowerment.
Nav's family are Sikh, and his faith has played a huge role in shaping his vision.
Being a Sikh, you talk about a selfless service. It's the key tenet. Seva, or selfless service, is something that's just ingrained in your DNA, and I see it as the way of life. I guess that informed my thinking about the washing machine project in general, and I was lucky enough to align my purpose, my passion and my skill all together.
Nav's love of taking things apart eventually led to him getting his engineering degree and a job at a top UK engineering firm. But after 3 years, he realized he wanted to do a job with more meaning and impact. So, in 2016, he resigned and went to Tamil Nadu in India to work for an organization called Engineers Without Borders.
I'm staying in a village. There's all sorts of people that are waking up early to go to work. The mothers starting on their daily chores. They're collecting water, collecting firewood. They're starting their fires for cooking. The street that I'm staying on is so welcoming. The most beautiful friendship that I have on the street is with a lady called Divya. And she lives next door to me. And she has 2 kids. She wants to feel like she's providing more than she already is. But she feels like the thing that's keeping her back is the household chores. She washes clothes every single day, sometimes for 2 to 3 hours a day. And I have conversations with her all the time about why does she wash clothes like this? I'll buy you an electric washing machine. As an engineer, this seems like such an unproductive task. And she says to me, Nav, I don't have a generator. There's frequent blackouts. I wouldn't be able to power this electric washing machine. I don't have running water all the time. Your electric washing machine wouldn't have any effect on my life. This is the exact moment where I had the realization that I want to make a washing machine that works for you, Divya, and I'm going to promise you that I will come back here and I will bring this washing machine to you.
Nav had found a problem he wanted to solve.
I fall in love with the problem. I'm starting to write down in my notebook the problems that people are facing. How much water they're using, what detergent do they use, how many clothes do they have to wash, how long does it take, do they feel any pain? So by the time I'm ended my year-long placement in India, I'm equipped with all of this knowledge and all of these ideas of what it could be and what the problems are.
Nav signed up for a master's degree in humanitarianism, conflict and development, so he could learn how to make his dream a reality. And in 2018, less than 2 years after his revelation in India, he joined forces with his fellow students to get the washing machine project started.
We're eating our samosas in my mum's kitchen.
Thanks, Mum.
And we see the salad spinner in the corner of the kitchen, and we're like, why don't we just create a salad spinner but with clothes in it? And we take the salad spinner off the shelf and we take off our socks and we literally start washing our socks in the salad spinner. And it's funny because the salad spinner has never been used for food ever again, and it's in our R&D office now in Bristol.
Time for me to have a look at the result of this hands-on experiment back in Bristol, where I'm going to have a go at building a machine with Laura Tuck, lead engineer at the washing machine project.
So what we have here is a partly built washing machine. So you'll see some parts laid out here. And this is your toolbox. So We've
You've got some spanners and an Allen key and a screwdriver.
Yeah, exactly. So we've designed this machine to be built with really basic tools.
Yeah.
We did some early stage research in Uganda when I first started at the company, where we were going around different homes and asking to see people's toolboxes. And people would often only be familiar with very simple tools, and a lot of people didn't have any of these available. So we've designed it to be extremely simple. You can put the whole thing together and take it apart again using one set of spanners and one set of Allen keys. So what we often do is we run this event with some of our partners, and we've done this in anything from car parks to work canteens to distribution centres. So it really can be done on something as simple as this. This is just a basic table, as you can see here.
The machine is a big steel drum standing about 1.20 meters off the ground. Mounted on wheels, it's really light. You put the clothes, water and detergent into a door on the top. And there's a handle on the front which you turn to do the wash, and a tap where you empty out the water once you've finished. They're made from very thin sheets of steel, easy to transport and fold into shape, and easy to dismantle. Laura Tuck again.
And that's a big part of the end of life we envisage for the product. This can be broken down into flat sheets again and reused without needing a complex recycling infrastructure. So we're really keen that none of this will go to waste, and we won't just create, large plastic products that won't be able to be used at end of life and will just pollute the local environment.
As far as other environmental impacts go, the washing machine project says that when people wash with the Divya, water usage per week goes down by more than half, and the use of detergent decreases as well compared to washing by hand.
This is it. This is the main body of the washing machine. You're done.
I'm applauding myself. How big is my ego? They have now distributed nearly 1,000 machines to 11 countries around the world. That includes Tamil Nadu in India, the place where the idea was born. Among the recipients of a machine are residents of a village called Quila near the coastal city of Pondicherry. It used to be a French colony, and it still retains a sense of that European past, with a diverse mix of cafes and restaurants busy with locals and tourists alike. Off the main road, though, the streets are smaller, and it's much more like rural India. And in one of these side streets, Sarasu Murugan and her family have been given a Divya machine by one of the washing machine project's local charity partners.
I can't do any heavy work. I'm exhausted when I return home. The important work is clothes washing. I can't do it.
Sarasu is 42 and has 3 jobs as well as doing all the household chores.
When I used to wash clothes sitting or squatting, I would get severe pain in the bones around my hip and shoulder. It is a simple thing. Firstly, you can put in the clothes of 2 or 3 people, so 3 sets of clothes in a day. First, pour a bucket of water and add the washing powder and just rotate 2 or 3 times clockwise and anti-clockwise. Then put the clothes and rotate 2 minutes this side and 2 minutes that side for about 5 minutes. Then soak it for about 10 minutes. After that, rotate it for a few minutes and drain the dirty water out. Then fill it with fresh water and rotate for about 5 minutes to rinse the washed clothes. Drain the water and put them to dry. That's it. It's easy. Otherwise, when I wash them squatting, it's a lengthy process and time consuming, and it's hard job too. I spend my free time now with my children, talking happily with them. I didn't get such time before, since the children would have gone to bed by the time I returned from work, which sometimes may be even at midnight. So, spending such time with the children gives me happiness.
For her daughter Ishwarya, it means more time to pursue her dream of becoming a diplomat, working in India's foreign service. She's at school at the moment, but also has to help her mother with the chores.
We can't afford to buy a regular washing machine, and we can't pay the electricity bill also if we buy an electric washing machine. So they offered us a free washing machine, and it helps us in many ways, like time consuming, and even My sister can do that work. My father can do. He can't wash clothes by his hands, but he can do it in the washing machine. So the all family members can contribute in washing clothes. So it helps my mother and my grandmother.
Ishwarya has exams coming up, and now she has more time to study because she doesn't have to do so many chores. She says the washing machine project has inspired her. She wants to become a government official so she can help other women and girls.
If I become an officer, I'll help poor children like me or poor women kids like me to focus more on these studies, because I as a girl kid have to do houseworks, even my studies. So if I become an officer, I'll get schemes like this to introduce in my country to help those childs. It has changed my life. It can also change girls' life like me.
You're listening to A Washing Machine Solution from the BBC World Service. I'm Nkem Ifejika. NAV believes there's more to it than helping women to be freed up for work. The project also operates in refugee camps, and that's where NAV first started it all off, with the very first somewhat roughly made machine.
We're in Iraq, and within the year of the downfall of ISIS, and everyone's still reeling from that time. We're talking to hundreds of people across 5 camps, and each and every single one of them is fed up of hand-washing clothes. They have pain, back pain, joint pain, skin irritation. They see the machine for the first time and they like it. You know, this is a machine that could potentially save them time. It's this blue, hacked up, duct-taped barrel drum that fell apart every time we tried to test it with someone and leaked. But people still liked it as an alternative to hand-washing clothes.
The much improved machines are now in use in refugee camps around the world. One of those is on Lesvos, the Greek island that has seen hundreds of thousands of refugees arriving from Turkey in small boats. The charity distributing the machines there is called A Drop in the Ocean. I spoke to camp resident and volunteer Saleh Hussein, who arrived recently from Yemen.
We have not a lot of clothes, you know. We have a few. That's why we want to clean it every 2 days, because no one likes to be dirty, you know. And the camp is dirty and the clothes get dirty easily.
He says the Divya laundrette at the camp makes all the difference.
It's so important for me and for all the people in the camp, and for the big families who have a lot of children.
There are some electric machines at the camp, but they're needed for people with scabies, a contagious skin condition caused by tiny mites. Their clothes and bedding need to be washed in hot water many times to get rid of the parasite. So the Divya machines, which use cold water, are used for everyday washing. Jonathan Sanakis is head of European operations at A Drop in the Ocean.
It means that, at the very least, there is an opportunity to address the underlying issues of hygiene, of dignity, and of empowerment. Through NAV's work and through the collaborations that we have created over the years with other organizations, we've created a global laundry alliance to make laundry and access to clean clothes a basic human right.
But however well-meaning a project is, it might not always work as intended. Dr. Michael Woodrow is a lecturer in engineering for international development at University College London.
There have been several examples of projects that have been gifted to communities and then misused or used in a fundamentally different way than they were intended. The play pump is a great example of a very popular initiative where someone noticed that kids were playing next to a water pump and they said, I know, if we just create a merry-go-round, the kids can play in the merry-go-round, it'll pump the water up into a water tank at high level, and then the gravity will simply feed the water down to the community. And it means that people will get the water pumped up, they won't need to pay for diesel to drive a generator. So everyone wins. The kids get a playground to play, and the water gets pumped up for free. Everybody wins. This is amazing. It got a huge amount of money invested. They installed a bunch of these around sub-Saharan Africa, and within a year or two, everything was broken. And the whole thing was a massive scandal. There were some people who were strapping donkeys to these merry-go-rounds and forcing the donkeys to, or in fact, there was stories of kids being told that they had to push harder and play harder. It no longer became play, it became work, and the kids hated it.
So what does Michael think makes a good international engineering project?
The one thing I now know that I can't do is to walk into that community and tell them that this is a problem. And even worse, tell them that I am going to be the one who solves it. The first thing that I would have to do is to engage with the local community somehow. And the most effective way is to engage with NGOs who are embedded within that community.
As we've heard, the washing machine project does just that. And Nav says they're constantly researching what communities need and how they can help.
We could build the best product ever, but if people do not adopt it, then what's the point? We've now interviewed over 4,000 people in 15 countries around the world on washing habits. So we have a really good, solid understanding of how much time, where, what detergent, what clothes people wash when they're hand washing clothes.
The machines currently cost around $275 to make, although the team say they're working to reduce the cost to $70 a machine, and they're given out for free. Much of the funding for the development and deployment comes from corporations, one of which is the company which invented the first domestic machine over 100 years ago, Whirlpool, and their social corporate responsibility arm, the Whirlpool Foundation. Volunteers from the company are given time at work to assemble the machines. So far, they've made hundreds, which have already been distributed around the world. Pam Klein is the director of the Whirlpool Foundation and says for her, the washing machine project is a perfect fit.
We don't have connections where there isn't water and where there isn't reliable electricity. Even if we have operations in those countries, our distribution tends to be where water and electricity are more readily available. When we started to get to know Nav and the washing machine project, we could help with the scale up, we could help supplement their engineering, we could help figure out how to build these products at a faster pace. It's not a business opportunity, it's about that foundation of care that we've always had as a company. Our goal over 5 years is to impact 150,000 people around the world.
7 years after his promise to his neighbor Divya, Nav returned to the village where it all started.
I'm walking on my street that I stayed in with all of my colleagues around me, some people from Whirlpool Foundation, and there Divya is waiting outside her house. And everyone is so emotional. And she turns the washing machine for the first time, and everyone starts clapping and crying. And she says, Nav, there are millions of people like me around the world. Go find them. And that's what we're doing.
Tell me a big lesson that you've learned through this journey.
I think the power of falling in love with a problem and not being aligned to a solution. So fall in love with the problem, because the solution will always change.
No doubt there'll be pitfalls along the way. For example, can they make the washing machine even cheaper? How do they streamline production? And even bigger questions such as how long can it carry on without needing to become a profit-making venture? The answers to these questions are complex, but having spoken to those who use the Divya, it's clear they would want Nav to succeed. You've been listening to a washing machine solution from the BBC World Service with me, Nkem Ifechikan. The producer was Alex Strangways Booth, and it was a CTVC production.
To make sense of what's happening in your world, listen to What in the World by downloading the BBC World Service app.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
be a dancer, just start dancing. If you wanna fly, then just take off. If you wanna let go, don't hold on. If you wanna see the world, just get lost. You could be the guy with all of the money. You could be the one who gives it away. You could be the keeper of the honey, but you might get stung along the way. Because living your dream is hard work. Go on and try it, you might like it. Go on and try it, yeah, you might like it. Go on and try it. Living your dream is hard work. Go on and try it, you might like it. Go on and try it, yeah, you might like it. If you want something you never have, do something you never done. You might have to break some rules if you wanna have some fun. Call it a dream, call it a plan, I call it the reason that I am. Call it whatever, just call it in. It's never too late to be what you might have been. Living your dream is hard work. Go on and try it, you might like it. Go on and try it, you might like it. Go on and try it. Living your dream is hard work. Go on and try it, you might like it. Go on and try it, yeah, you might like it. 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 Oh, you might like it. If you want love, let it be. If you want a friend, count on me. If you wanna see the world in harmony, just stand up and make your peace. If you're looking for a song, just sing along. If you wanna get off, turn it on, just turn it on, turn it on, turn it on, turn it on. Because what you want you, what you want you, what you want you. What you want you, what you want you, what you want you.
Say I don't have any time to try and keep you satisfied. I call you crazy all the time. You say I'm so damn difficult, and I save it with you beautiful. You're tired of hearing the same lines,
So I cry, cry, and you don't know why. Why?
So I wish I could trade hearts with you. So I can feel the same way you do. You do.
Hey, can you teach me cynical? I hope it's not too difficult. Don't tell me I'm incapable. 'Cause I wanna scream the way you scream. I wanna bleed the way you bleed.